A very popular request I've been getting of late from my cybersecurity students is to make a review of the CEH version 13 certification. And the reason is because over a year ago, I actually made a video on YouTube where I listed out my top 5 most overrated cybersecurity certifications, and the CEH version 12 was actually on that list. Now, the reason why I included CEH was because, contrary to popular opinion and belief, the certification, the exam, the training wasn't really that hands-on. It was mostly theory-based, and for one reason or the other, a lot of students very often had the idea that, oh, the CEH, it's a very hands-on, very practical kind of certification. Once you acquire it, once you go for the training, you will have real-world skills, real-world practical skills that you can apply at your place of work, which wasn't the case. So a few days after I released that video, version 13 dropped. So now I'm going to give you my take, my opinion on version 13 and whether or not it's actually a good certification to take. Let me first of all highlight the 3 big differences between version 12 and version 13. In version 13, you now have a lot more emphasis on practical training. Now, the exam itself is still, I believe, 125 questions, all multiple choice. There are no labs during the exam itself. However, unlike in version 12 where you had very few labs for the training, in version 13, there's a lot more emphasis on actual labs and practical training. In fact, if you were to go to the website, you go to the FAQs, there is a question there that says, is CEH AI a hands-on program? And it says, yes, every concept taught in CEH AI is supported by hands-on labs hosted in our cyber range. The training itself is split roughly 50-50 between lectures and discussions, 50%, and hands-on labs, 50%. So you have CEH themselves clarifying and verifying that indeed for the CEH version 13, you now have 50% dedicated towards labs and practical training. So that's already a massive, significant upgrade over version 12. Now, you will also notice that it said CHAI and not CEH version 13. It's the same thing. The CHAI is just the marketing tactic to make the certification more relevant because, of course, we're living in the world of AI. AI is all the rage. And speaking of AI, the second major difference between version 12 and version 13 is that in version 13, there is now a lot of emphasis on the use of AI, both by the good guys and by hackers. In fact, you are expected to know exactly how AI can be used in each hacking phase, from scanning and reconnaissance all the way to maintaining access or privilege escalation. You should know how AI can be integrated into each one of these phases by the bad guys, by the hackers, and also how the good guys can actually use AI to prevent cyber attacks. So a lot of emphasis on AI. And the third big difference is you now have additional new domains that cover cloud security as well as the Internet of Things. You didn't have these in version 12. Now, one thing you should know is that there is still plenty of crossover between version 12 and version 13. So a lot of the hot topics like network scanning and enumeration, web application attacks, malware sniffing, and so on, you will still find them in version 13 as well, just with the updated modules of AI, cloud security, and Internet of Things. So with all that being said, do I recommend that you take the version 13 certification? And my answer is yes, because again, the big issue I had with version 12 has now been resolved in version 13. You now have a lot more emphasis on practical training. You have AI integration, which is of course very, very important. And EC Council, they're still one of the most highly respected certification bodies out there. So the CEH certification itself is still widely respected, and it's one that can really help you if your goal is to become a certified ethical hacker or maybe even go into the world of pen testing. I'm going to give you one piece of advice though, and that is that if you really want to acquire practical skills that you can apply in the real world and test yourself, then go for the CEH Practical, which is an actual add-on that you can take after you've passed the CEH version 13. I believe you will have to pass 20 challenges. They're all labs It's all 100% practical, no theory at all. So if you really do want to test yourself from the practical standpoint, then I will highly recommend that you go for the CEHR practical. So that's my honest take on the CEH version 13. What are your thoughts? Are you going to take the CEH version 13 exam, the certification? Do you think it's a good certification, or do you think it's just another overrated certification? I'd love to hear from you. Put your comments down in the comment section below. Of course, if you have any questions, ask them. I'll be more than happy to answer them if I can. And of course, if you're new here to the channel, welcome to Lab Cyber. I cover all things cybersecurity, AI. So if you do enjoy topics like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone whom you feel might benefit from it. And as always, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time. Cheers.